It's wine in a can. What are we even doing here? What is this? It's actually not bad. It's not that bad. It's not. It's going, well, it's going out real easy, but it could be because we're in 1.5 weeks of quarantine at this point. So a lot of things could go down real easy right now. But I don't know, I don't mind it. Tonight on the Saturday Evening Ghost, I have a fun story for you. The story is actually my older brother's ghost story. Okay, so needless to say, we both grew up in a very haunted house together. I will do an episode about it. It'll happen. It's a horse of a different color, so, you know, it's gonna happen, I swear. But for now, let's just get into what scared the crap out of my older brother. I was in 5th grade, and the house we lived in already had some strange things going on with it. My bedroom was set up with the foot of my bed facing my closet. He also drew a diagram that I can tell that he put so much work into that I couldn't leave it out of the video. I had to include it, so, you know, here it is. It's actually pretty accurate. Proud of you, Kenny. I was in my bed, and at some point in the middle of the night, I heard a loud crashing sound from my closet. It really startled me awake, and I remember almost jumping out of bed at the noise. The closet was one of those ones with sliding doors on the tracks, and the noise sounded as if the doors had been knocked right off their tracks. I was sleeping on my stomach with my head facing the window. I was under the covers with my left hand and arm exposed out of the covers up alongside the left side of my pillow. But before I could do anything, something landed on my exposed left arm. It was very heavy, and I wasn't able to lift my arm at all. Well, that freaked me out. I remember trying to lift my arm, and the creepy thing is that I felt whatever the thing was shift its weight to keep my arm pinned down. I was able to move other parts of my body. I remember moving my right arm to my face. I tried to scream for my mom, but I was so scared it came out as a croak. And that brought to my mind in the moment that one scene in the movie E.T. when Elliot first sees E.T. while sitting outside and he tries to scream, but he can't. I tried gathering my courage to grab whatever it was with my free hand, to just suddenly jump up and grab it, but I chickened out. I tried convincing myself it was maybe some cat or animal that had gotten into the house and somehow got stuck in my closet, but I just couldn't bring myself to try it. Instead, I remember focusing on trying to calm the fuck down so I could scream again. So I finally went for it and shouted my lungs out. The second I made that noise, I felt my arm fly up. It suddenly released because I didn't realize I had been pushing my arm up this whole time. I kept my eyes shut until I saw the bedroom light turn on through my closed eyes and my mom asking what was wrong. I told her to check the closet, which she did, and she told me there was nothing out of place. I couldn't believe it, and I checked the closet myself, and everything was completely in order. I was shocked, and this scared me even more. Weird things continued to happen in that house until I moved away for college. You'd hear in the middle of the night something that sounded quite like bare feet walking around on the carpet. Just barely audible, but you could hear it independently of the AC or heating. My TV in my bedroom would sometimes turn on, but with no picture or sound. You could hear that high-pitched static electricity whine that came from older TVs before flat screens came out. Often, you'd very strongly feel like you were being watched. In retrospect, I also had strange and frightening nightmares while living there. They always took place inside that house. I've never had nightmares to that degree since moving away. or of the inside of that house. I mean, I remember when that happened to him. I was, I don't know, second grade? I think I was in second grade at the time, but I just, like it was yesterday, I remember the sound of those footsteps walking up and down our hallway on our carpet in the middle of the night. And I always thought it was just me that heard it until we finally exchanged stories and he had heard it too. And it had such a strange energy that the whole watching us thing, we would walk by, say we walked by a room or a hallway in our house and maybe no lights were on and it was dark. We would literally put our hands up to our faces like this as we walked by, so as not to see anything. That was the kind of energy that was in that house. Episode 6. Wow, we've made it this far. That's great. I'm having a really good time, so I hope you are too. And if you get bored and you're trying to think of something fun to do, maybe it's time to write that story of that spooky thing, that unexplained spooky thing that happened to you, and send it to me. And then maybe I could put on an episode and draw something, which I love drawing the something. That's my favorite part. And yeah, it could be fun. So maybe send that in. Just, freaking do it. But other than that, I hope you're all doing well. And I'm going to see y'all next Saturday. And happy hauntings. Good night.